So in previous videos I've been talking about the fact that Resident Evil 9 might be a open world game, and today I have some more details and rumors towards Resident Evil 9, maybe its actual release window that might be next year. We'll talk all about this stuff today in today's video, so sit back, relax, enjoy, take a beverage, and let's get on with this news. So I've talked about Resident Evil 9 multiple times now on the channel, and we might now actually have a tangible release window from Dusk Golem. There's this insider basically on the internet, he's called Dusk Golem, and every time when it comes towards horror stuff, this guy has been correct 100%. When it comes towards Resident Evil, when it comes to Silent Hill, he is spot on most of the time. Also when it comes towards other Capcom stuff, he has also been spot on. So today he has a brand new update towards Resident Evil 9, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. By the way, if you guys are excited for Resident Evil 9, let me know in the comment section down below. Maybe if you have a good comment, I might feature your comment in the next video, so don't forget to leave a comment. I have good news. Rumors to deliver on Resident Evil 9. The possible delay I had heard murmurs about can be pushed aside. Resident Evil 9 should be revealed pretty soon and release next year. If what I heard previously holds true, should be in January. It will have about 7 years of development time. So there was indeed apparently a rumor of a delay for Resident Evil 9, which I actually missed. I didn't make a video on that, but hey, that's only good news that the game won't get delayed. But to be fair, if it would have been delayed from January, it would still have probably been next year, I guess. Either way, it would have been pretty good. Also with the delay, or it needs to be a very big delay of some sort of big problem behind the scenes, but I don't think that that was the case. January 2025 I hadn't heard now, just been a date I'd heard previously. They probably are still aiming for, but never know in game development. I won't leak rumor any other details of the game, just let Capcom do their thing and let them surprise people. Just to explain something, Resident Evil 9 started early development in 2018. As a possible Resident Evil 8. Village has started development as Resident Evil 8, then became a spin-off title, then ultimately became Resident Evil again. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. Resident Evil 8 and 9 have basically been in development alongside each other, and 8 was even supposed to be a spin-off actually at first. That is pretty interesting information. This game became Resident Evil 9 ultimately, and yes, Resident Evil 8 and 9 were in development at the same time. Resident Evil games are usually greenlit in batches and planned out for a few years to keep the series near annual. As I've said a few times before, there was this funny period in 2018 that Resident Evil 2, 3, 4, 8 and 9 were all in development at the same time. Recently, as another batch of Resident Evil games were greenlit in early 2023. Resident Evil 9 has the biggest budget and longest development time of any Resident Evil game to date, and I've described previously as ambitious. None of this last part is new, it's stuff I've been reiterating for years. Okay, so to be fair, I don't think Resident Evil 2, 3, 4, 8 and 9 are all in development at the same time. I think what he is basically talking about here is that there are maybe prototypes, some devs, let's say a very small skeleton team was maybe already working on the foundation of 9 while they were working on 8 as like the bigger part of the studio, shall I say. There are probably multiple teams, the team that does the remakes and the team that does the new entries, shall I say. But I think it's just kind of like a skeleton crew. I don't think Resident Evil 8 and 9 were really like in full development alongside each other, because full development most of the time in gaming terms in the industry means that basically not maybe the whole, but at least 80% of the whole studio is working on one project. That the bulk of the game gets made in that period of time. That's most of the time what we mean with full development. Interesting stuff though, if this is true, that Resident Evil 9 is in fact already ready for a January release. But to be fair, I believe previous Resident Evil games, don't get me wrong, is Village not also a January game? I wouldn't be surprised. I need to look this up. Okay, no, so Resident Evil Village was in fact a May release. And I remember 4 Remake was last year a March release or an April release, something like that. So a January release would be even earlier than normal. If that is the case, then I see an announcement definitely happening at the PlayStation Showcase this year. And Resident Evil has always kind of had a big PlayStation presence. That's something we have seen a lot the past few years. If there is a new Resident Evil game to be announced, it is at the PlayStation Showcase most of the time. I am wondering though, what the hell is happening with Pragmata? That's a game that is just a mystery at Capcom. What the hell happened with that game? It has been delayed multiple times. Can't we have some of the studios working at Resident Evil to help the Pragmata team? Because for some reason, every Resident Evil game has so much support. For some weird reason, the other IPs are kind of slower. To be fair, the Monster Hunter series also has a lot of support. Of course, they are the most popular IPs, but man, Pragmata has been just taking so much time. I really am wondering and speculating what happens to that game in particular. Maybe we see that also at the PlayStation Showcase this year. But yeah, a January release for Resident Evil 9. Let me know, what do you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you guys excited for a open world Resident Evil game? I'm still quite skeptical though about the notion of a Resident Evil game being open world. I want to see where that's going in the gameplay design. If it's still going to be tense. Is there going to be small spaces that you still have to crawl through maybe a little bit to have that atmosphere not missing? If it is an open world game. Maybe if it is something like Village-esque in its gameplay design with the map, but then just a little bit bigger in just one town, shall I say, then it maybe can work. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think of Resident Evil 9? Let's quickly do a comment of the day. This is from my last video where I talked about the Xbox Showcase and my own speculation for it. I got one comment from Octobox. I'm expecting Silksong, Fable, Indiana Jones, Gear 6, maybe, just maybe Perfect Dark. Those are pretty good expectations to have for the showcase. Maybe Perfect Dark is a very big maybe because of the development hell that that game has been going through over the past few years. So Perfect Dark, I don't know about that, but I think Indiana Jones is very safe. Gear 6 is also very safe according to the rumors that we have seen. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have a good comment. It can be about anything. Let me know in the comment section down below and I might feature your comment in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like this video if you like it, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more gaming news, leaks, rumors towards the biggest single player games. It can be about PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. I cover every platform as long as they are big single player games. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.